Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 14 of the No Chains podcast. It's a new year now, first episode of 2025. It's like a new season or something.
A new season. Season 2, episode 14.
Season 2.
Season 2, episode 1. What if we did seasons based on the year?
Funny he says that because in this podcast episode, we're going to be discussing a little bit about what we may or may not do for the future of this podcast.
And what God has done in our life.
And what God has done in
Yeah,
our
just
life.
like-
Because obviously it's a podcast about Jesus, so we got to talk about
I have
Jesus.
deodorant in my fingernail. Sorry.
We obviously got to talk about Jesus. I have deodorant in my fingernail.
Yeah, I like.
And
I
we
only
get a
did
bit
this for a
silly
second because I was
about it.
nervous. Now you can just taste it.
Ew.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
I
What do
just
we
like
wanna-
threw us off. I just threw us off so bad.
I was going to say, what do we want to start with? Do we want to start
Updates, life updates. Start with life updates.
with... Okay.
What we've been doing.
And
What
then,
God's done.
Okay. And then podcast stuff.
Yeah, and then podcast stuff.
Who wants to start? What's been going on with you,
Um,
Jackson?
Me, nothing new has changed. I still have a job, so that's cool. I just worked today, made some money. Got a check yesterday. That was cool.
Any other updates?
Anyways, school is starting 2 days as of filming this. Tomorrow's Sunday, and then it starts Monday for me. New semester. I have like one new class. I think the rest of my classes are
Okay.
the same.
Everything else is a year long?
I think so.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's
That's not
pretty
fun.
much
Hey, senior year
Almost the
though,
same.
it'll be easy.
senior year. Yeah, there are. I'm gonna take a couple like fun classes senior year. I think. Like the cooking class.
Yeah,
Nutritional
that's
wellness.
fun.
I'm gonna.
I didn't do it in
excited
high
to
school. I
cook
did it in
food.
middle school, but I wish I would have done it in high school.
I did in junior high. FACS.
Yeah, that's what they called it.
S.
FACS.
Family and Consumer Science.
There you
Yeah, and
go,
I like
buddy.
soda SpongeBob drawstring bag. That was cool. Made.
You made one?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I like went to Joann's or something, bought some fabric, and like string, or she had the.
So
string, I
if we
remember.
went and bought fabric in the string, you would be able to still do it?
No, I don't remember how to do it. You can find a YouTube video.
If you had a sewing machine, you could do it. Did you guys use sewing machines, or did you do it by hand?
Machines.
Okay.
We
I
did.
remember when
we
I
did
sewed.
another
I
thing
sewed by hand though.
We did another thing by hand, but she was gone, so we didn't actually get it how it was supposed to be. 'Cause she was gone, and she like had to do this. Now I don't remember the whole story, but she was gone.
Hmm.
And it was supposed to be like a squishy thing, but we didn't get the stuff to put inside of it. I don't think.
Oh.
Anyways, but yeah, school's starting soon. One different class.
What is it?
Instead of American baseball history, I got American Civil War, which I enjoy.
The history guy.
I like the Civil War. I'm a history nerd.
I can tell.
I'm also in current world affairs, which counts.
Are you
as a
gonna go to
history
college for
credit.
history?
No, probably something in computers.
It's
Well,
gonna be-
next year.
He's going to be a historian.
Next year, I'm gonna take accounting. If I like accounting, then I might go to college for like that. But
You
if
could definitely
not,
go for like business or something.
But if I don't like accounting enough, then I will stick with computers. Which accounting is like on computers, Excel,
Yeah.
and spreadsheets.
Wait,
So
and
both
math.
would
Wait,
be
wait,
helpful.
if you don't like accounting, you won't stick with computers.
No,
There's
if he,
other
doesn't, if he doesn't like accounting, he will.
there's other fields of study with
I'll stick
computers.
with computers, yeah.
Oh.
Something in computers. I don't know exactly what. I'm sure I could find
Well,
something.
you guys start looking. It's gonna come by faster than you
But
think.
Yeah, accounting is
I didn't believe
technically
anybody when they told
on
me
a
that.
computer.
I didn't choose my major until after my freshman year of college.
Accounting,
Learn
it-
from your brother.
accounting, it seems like it fits like all my skill sets. It's like on a computer, it's like an Excel spreadsheet, and it's math
I mean-
and money.
Yeah, it's cool. Like,
That's like what I'm good
Big
at.
calculation guy.
That's like exactly what I like doing and what I'm good at. Well, not
I was gonna
like,
s-
but like, you know what
I was
mean?
going to say, just
I'd rather
because
be playing Batman.
you're good at something doesn't mean you like it.
Yeah, I know. But
Like- Like, people used to tell me, and while I was in school, they're like, how's school going? I'll be like, it's going fine, really. I don't like it, but it's fine. Like, I always found school boring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, how do you not like it? You're so good at it. I'm like, just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I enjoy it.
That's what they said to me.
I just do what I
about
have to,
baseball.
and I do my best
Yeah.
at it.
It's like just because I'm good at something doesn't mean I actually like it. Like, it just means I do my best at it regardless.
That's what Grandma would always say after I like quit playing baseball. She's like, "Why'd you quit? You were so
You're not
good
supposed
at
to.
it."
You're not supposed to flame your grandma like that.
Oh,
but
I'm not
alright.
flaming. This is actually what happened.
I feel like I
Right.
feel like a lot of
I'm not
like
meaning it
I
in a
mean,
family
derogatory
say
way.
stuff.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say who it was, but since you did, she said the
I
same
love
thing
Grandma.
to me about.
Grandma and Papa.
She
are,
said the
like,
same thing to
nicest
me about
people.
when I was going all through school.
Oh,
She would always say like, "You're so
it's
good at
always
it.
the
How do you
grandmas,
know?"
man. It's always the grandmas.
She's like, "You're so good."
No,
at it. How
but
do
she
you not
didn't say
like
it in a mean way.
Yeah,
And I don't
yeah,
mean
she's
what
mo-
I'm
it's
saying
more
in
in
a
like
mean
the like
I just didn't want to say who said that.
questioning. Like, I don't know if concerning is the right word for that, but because I remember I don't remember exactly who it was, but it was some of my family like, "Why'd you quit football? Like, you were good at it." And I was like, one, I barely played, and two, I was always hurt, so I don't think I was good at it. I enjoyed it, and I mean, I was good during practice, but when it got to game day, I just stood there, looked pretty. But yeah,
But it's the same thing with. It's the same thing though, Jackson. Like when you're picking a degree, obviously you're not gonna know completely what it all entails because when you're going into a degree, you just know like the surface.
Yeah.
So
and if
But-
you do end up getting dead set on like a degree, make sure you like get into depth, find out every detail you can about it
Yeah.
to make sure it's something you'd actually
Definitely
want
got to
to
do
do.
some research.
yeah, you don't wanna pick a major that you hate,
I almost
or
wish,
just because you're good at it. Don't pick a major just because you're good at
Yeah,
it.
you definitely want to look deep into it.
I kind of wish I took accounting this year
Yeah,
because it would give me more time.
that's I took it my
'Cause-
junior year.
Now I'm gonna be in accounting all next year, and I'm also going to college like the next year, online college.
Are you doing online?
I want to work like 32 hours a week, like 4 days a week. That it would be ideal to work like Monday through Thursday, like 8
Yeah.
hours each day, at like I don't know, like Walmart or something. Like I don't really care as long as it treats me well.
Oh, so yeah, you want to do online college but also work.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
So I
more
can
sense.
make up some money.
You'll
Save
be able
some
to get
money.
work done in less time doing online school
Yeah.
because
And
Oh,
also,
yeah.
if I did do computers,
And
it
you
would
could
be
even do
so-
more
it's
work
so
like
much
during
easier to
like
do
lunch
online.
breaks or like the 3 days you have off. You could throw in doing work, so that'd
For
be
sure.
good.
or just like the evenings when I come home. I don't know if I'd be too pooped to do that or not from work that day. I don't know. I've
It-
never worked an 8-hour
if I
day.
was you, yeah, that's the thing. If I was you, I would
After
do school
after a week
first,
or two,
then
after a week or two of doing it, your body will just adjust to it.
I figured. Yeah.
After the 2
feel like
days
I can-
of this week,
yeah.
my body finally, well, actually, I wouldn't say fully adjusted to it because by the time I got nighttime, I was pooped. But Monday and Tuesday, I went home and I crashed. Dude, I couldn't even, like, coming to the gym, I was moving like a sloth. It was bad. And then, because we had a New Year's party, my family always has, like, a New Year's party. Everybody in the family just comes together and we have, like, a bunch of food and all that. Dude, it hit, like, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I was passed out at my aunt's house, just on the couches. And then I hear 10, 9, and I woke up and I was like, but it was only 11 o'clock because they were doing the first one, the New York one or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then so I actually was able to stay up until midnight, and I got home and I just went straight to my bed and I just passed out.
On Thursday, I had work that day, and then I went to the gym, and then I rearranged like my room.
I did
Which-
that before I came here. I didn't know what to do with my time. I've never had Saturdays off.
I switched my TV and my Batman shelf, but then after this, none of you guys know this. None of you guys know
He has
this.
a whole shelf dedicated to Batman stuff.
None of you guys know this, but I totally like I'm like rearranged like everything else too, but and then I ended up going to bed like that, and then at like 12:40 at night I was like, I don't like this, so
Well,
I
so
put
you-
it all back, and I got into bed at like 1 in the morning.
So wait, how did you have everything moved? Like, did you move your desk, too?
A little, yeah.
Like, did
I
you
ma-
just scoot it over, or did you put it on a different
I
wall?
scooted it over and I moved my bed like completely.
Did you move it
and-
like off the wall or something?
Yeah,
Dude,
and I
just gave me an idea.
angled it.
Now I'm gonna go rearrange my room when
You
I get home.
angled your bed?
No, I didn't like angle it. Like, you know how it's this way? I made
Yeah.
it this way.
Mm.
But I moved it away from the
Something
wall.
about
and
when
I
you
put,
first rearrange your room just feels so good.
And
Oh,
then-
so you put it the back of your bed like against the window? Kinda.
Yeah, and I actually hate my window. I wish I didn't have a window, actually. I have
My window's-
blackout
my
Who wants to
window-
live in a
my
cell?
I have
window is
blackout
higher
curtains
up.
over it
Like-
for a reason.
My window, it's like a lot of wall and a little bit of wall up here, and it's like moved up and it's smaller. So it's kind of, except my room is shaped so funny. It's not funny. It's shaped funny and it's not funny. Because
it?
I have 3
Is it not a
doors.
square?
I have 3 doors. No.
Okay.
I have 3 doors, and so I have my wall with my door to get in my room from like the front door. I have that door, and it's just a wall right here, and then I have a wall, like a tiny wall right here, and then there's a closet door, and then a little bit of wall right here, and then it goes in, just a tad, this way just a tad, and then there's a whole wall right here, then there's a door. And then my desk is here, my bed's here, tiny little window up here. And then that's not even the worst part. The part is it's shaped like this, like at an angle from that wall.
Oh, your wall's at an angle.
Yeah, and then it's like this. And then it's like this. And then there's another wall and there's a door.
Get this man a piece of paper.
No,
I have no idea what you said.
I will
Have to build it in
It's okay.
Minecraft sometime.
Yeah, I'll either build it in Minecraft or I'll send you guys a video tonight and show you. There's no way for me to actually rearrange my room because all the doors, it doesn't make
All
sense.
The doors and all the, yeah.
I'm about to patch up one of the doors because I don't need that one. Actually, I need both.
I just
One
have-
goes straight to the bathroom, and one goes outside.
I just have obviously the door to walk in, the closet door, and a window, which I don't want because it just gets in the way of everything.
But so you guys have, since you guys have like a newer house, your windows are like lower down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like right above my bed. Like the little
Oh,
white
yeah.
thing sticking out. It's like
I also
like
really
there.
dislike my bed frame. It's just a bed frame, like a
Mine is
metal
too.
bed frame.
I plan
And
on
so-
getting a new nice one pretty soon.
Yeah,
that has,
because-
like drawers under it.
Yeah,
and
my
stuff.
biggest problem is the bed shifts. And so what I did was I grabbed like old raggedy towels and I just stuck them in like the slots so the bed stays in one area. So like I can actually like sleep against the wall, no cracks, nothing will fall in. I literally have towels. And my grandma walked in one day and she's like, "Why do you have towels there?" And I was like, "It keeps my bed in place." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. This bed frame does suck." And I was like, "Yes, it does." Cuz it just moves.
Oh man.
It's funny. We're just talking about a life update, and they're hearing it, and we're hearing it. We haven't even heard it. But other than that, you got anything else? to
Yeah, you got any
share?
other news to share about what's going on with Jackson?
What's going on in Jackson's mind recently,
What God has done in my life.
dude? It's been exactly like, it's been what, a week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's been like, well, last time
We just took
filmed-
1 week off.
The last
Like,
time we
just didn't
filmed, we
upload
filmed
last
on a
week.
Wednesday.
Hey, you have all this,
didn't we?
all these days that we haven't recorded, and all
Well-
these days that we've had
Well, I had Christmas.
nothing. And yeah, what happened to Christmas? What happened to New Year's? What'd you do for New Year's and Christmas?
I loved Christmas. Christmas was great. Best Christmas ever.
Why's that?
'Cause
Best Christmas
I
ever.
had someone very special to spend it with, my girlfriend.
Did you spend
Um,
it with her, like in
most-
her family,
mostly.
or her and your family?
I went to her family, her family's thing, ate a little bit with them, went to my family's thing, ate some with them, and then got her and brought her to our family Christmas.
Why didn't you bring her
and
the
then-
first place, the first time?
Because she was still with her family. They had to like open presents still with her family.
Okay. So you had hers like in the morning and then after.
Well, we had obviously like my immediate family, Braden, mom, and dad, in the
Oh, yeah.
morning, and then like
so that's when
at
you guys
noon.
open like your presents and stockings, and do you still have
Mhm.
stockings?
Hmm?
Do you still like do stockings?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
You guys, oh yeah. What did you get? Anything fun like you wanted, or
I got
anything useful?
I got everything.
Well,
I wanted. I
everything
asked
could
for,
be useful,
I asked
but-
for clothes. I got clothes.
You got clothes?
Gymshark.
Gymshark clothes?
I'm trying.
For
Okay,
me,
no,
it
I'm
was
not
Young LA.
wearing- I didn't.
You got Young LA stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like
These
do
are-
joggers or? Oh, you got those?
So I have black ones of these. I got gray ones too.
Dude, I need black. I need some. I want the red ones though. Are those the Gold Gym or just the Which ones are those? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Or are those the Immortal ones?
Yeah, they're Immortal, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Immortal
And
joggers.
my girlfriend got me. I gotta show you 2 Batman shirts. One is like obviously the bat
It's
symbol
black on
with like
black.
the yellow around it,
Mm-hmm.
the yellow and the black, and then one is like the Arkham. It's like the Arkham symbol. So
That's
like,
pretty cool.
yeah, I'll have to show you.
Is there
those.
anything else that stuck out to you, like the gifts you got?
My girlfriend got me, a Lego Batman set, which Braden happened to get the same one.
Like he got it for you, or he got one?
He got
No,
he
I
got,
got
it
one
for
for
me,
him and she got one for him.
me.
We
So
both
they
got
have
him the
two.
same set. No, we sent back the one I got
They
him.
sent the one Braden got. To be fair, though, she had gotten it first, like a month in advance.
Did you just get him something else, or did you just?
No,
it's
I
okay.
didn't know that
No,
until
don't give me
Christmas
something
Day.
else. It's okay.
Because when he opened it, he already had it.
No, that I think
Or
Braden's
later
came
that
in.
day, he got it.
Braden's came in last minute because it like wasn't even wrapped
shipping,
yet.
Christmas shipping, yeah.
Wasn't
That
even
was a
wrapped
pain.
yet. But it's okay. And then
So yeah, I technically didn't get to give Jackson anything for Christmas.
Except your brotherly love.
yeah,
I give that to him every day, but
brotherly love. And
try to when he gives me time.
Yeah.
I give people time.
Bro
dude.
told me good night last night at 8:30.
It was 9:40.
No, the night before then it was 8:30. He's like, I went into his room just to talk to him, and he was like,
He's
like,
busy. Wait,
no, you
I
weren't.
forgot.
You were just laying on your bed.
I
You're
forgot
never
the
busy,
situation.
bro.
I might have been taking a nap. I don't
You weren't.
remember.
Nap at 8:30.
He was laying on his bed on his phone. It was 8:30 p.m. I'm in there just talking to him because I hadn't seen him like all day. And he answered me with like a 2-word answer. I don't remember even what it was. But then he goes, "Okay, good night, Braden." I was like, "What do you mean good night?"
I had to like go take a shower or something.
I was like, "What do you mean good night?" And he's like, "Yeah, good night, Braden." Bye.
I had to go take a shower. I think.
So
I think that was the
I was just
situation.
like,
Dude,
okay.
sometimes
And I just kind of
Jackson's-
stared at him for a second. I was like, okay, and just went and
Sometimes
shut the door.
Jackson's actions are like so not real.
I'm not
They're
real.
so NPC. It's not like some of his.
Bro, just like, what are you doing, bro?
I wanted to go take a shower, so I was like, okay.
He didn't take a shower for another like 45 minutes.
Not true.
It is true.
Sometimes
You're
I
on
do that too.
FaceTime.
Sometimes though. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go shower. I look at the time. It's like 45 minutes later, an hour later. I'm like,
I do that too, but he didn't say he was gonna go take a shower. He said he told me good night, like he was going to bed.
I didn't
which
mean
he
to
stayed up until like 1 a.m.
I didn't
so-
mean to say goodnight. I think I just didn't
said
know
it
what to say, so
twice.
I was just like, good night.
You said it twice to me, bro. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean? He didn't even let me finish the sentence. And he goes, good night, Braden. It's like, dude, I haven't seen you all day. I'm just trying to talk to you, bro.
I think I was tired that day.
You're tired every day
I am tired every day.
because you stay up too late.
I don't stay up late.
You
Yeah,
do,
you do.
bro. You stay up
it's
late on
Christmas break.
FaceTime.
Yeah, you do.
And you wake up
I
early.
stay up late anyway.
You staying
Just
up.
kidding.
You staying up
I'm just
late
kidding.
and waking up early. If you're gonna wake up early, you gotta go to bed early. If you want to not be tired.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
He drinks caffeine.
I eat my vitamins in the morning.
It clearly doesn't
I
do
actually don't
anything for
drink
you, bro.
caffeine.
You're asleep.
I thought you did.
You're tired like
I
5
thought
times a
you were
day.
a Milani guy, or was it your Ghost?
I like Ghost, but I don't really drink them.
Oh, I thought you.
I love them, but I don't drink them. I've had them before. But no, I don't consistently drink caffeine, only very rarely. I live off water and milk.
I live
Occasionally
off of
juice.
Fairlife chocolate milk, water, and zero sugar Gatorade.
I get 2% Highland white milk.
I only drink water.
Bro, you only drink water.
Mm-hmm.
Not even milk.
You don't drink
I
milk.
can't tell you the last time I drank milk.
It's good for
It's
you.
probably been a few months.
Milk is good for you.
Do you eat any dairy?
Yogurt and cheese.
Cottage cheese is so good.
I don't know if the cheese you eat counts as like healthy.
I
source
feel
of
like
it has
dairy.
no artificial hormones in it,
That's good.
like all the other cheese.
Wait, what kind of cheese do you eat?
Eat
It's
shredded
ju-
cheese.
It's just shredded cheese, but it has all the hormones removed out of it.
Mm.
So it's just
Ooh.
cheese.
Yeah, never get a better good shredded cheese, bro. That stuff tastes like rotten milk.
Ew.
Have you ever went to like when you were younger? Did you ever like go to make a bowl of cereal and you pour the milk out and it's just chunky?
Mm-mm.
You pour cereal first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You cannot pour your milk first. That makes
It
no
just makes
sense.
a mess too.
Yeah.
It's
All the cereal is like on top, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. That's like. Mm-mm. That's like I don't even. That does not even make sense, dude.
It's not even cereal.
That's like putting your shoes on before your clothes.
It's like putting.
Like it makes no sense.
That's actually, honestly, yeah. Wait, do you go left sock, right sock, left shoe, right shoe, or do you go left sock, left shoe?
Oh no,
Right.
socks first, then shoes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What's the order? Okay.
What's
this
God
is-
been doing in
this
your
is a
life,
weird
though?
question.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a good. Let's just stop talking about what we're talking about. What has God done for you?
Or been showing you, or what
Mm.
you feel has been teaching you something. Or where do you see him working?
Um, what's that look for?
We're just kind of wondering, like, how you don't know.
Well, no. I know what to say. I was just thinking if there's anything else that I could say.
Oh.
So
Just one thing at a time.
I know that I've been very blessed to have the people and the things in my life, like being here today. Like this is a blessing from God, us being here filming this podcast, and just the people that are in my life and that have been in my life. The opportunities and freedoms we have. Something funny, Aiden. Would you like to share with the class?
I like how this guy was like mid talk, and for some reason he had the just feeling to fix his pen.
It was throwing me off.
You gotta dial in, man. Lock in.
I'm locked in. Where was I?
I don't remember.
You're talking about the blessings in your life, the people, the podcast.
Yeah, I know that's something God has been, especially like during the holidays, because some people,
stressed.
some people don't have like as much as we do to
Mhm.
spend
Oh,
holidays
yeah.
with. Yeah. So
So
I
you
think
mean
you've been
like
showing me how to be grateful, I guess.
Mm.
Thankful. Gratitude, is that the word? That's a great song.
That is a
by
great
a
song.
great artist.
Beautiful artist.
One of my favorites.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Jackson, do you
have-
want one of us to go and then you can thank, or do you?
I have
Are
some-
you good? Are you
Huh?
just tired?
No, sorry.
Oh my
this guy is just not locked.
I'm
in.
sorry.
This guy is not dialed right now. He's not in his
I'm
own
dialed.
mind.
Like I'm grateful just to have a job. I'm thankful that I have a job and can make money. Cause obviously there's some people who don't have a job and want a job.
Too
So-
young or just physically can't.
So are you saying he's
Yeah.
just teaching you to be grateful for what you have and where you're at?
Yeah, I think so. And like,
Especially after everything.
especially
you named,
compared to where I have been in
Mhm.
the past. Yeah. I obviously can't think of like any like big like life lessons that I learned. I don't know.
Yeah, have you had like any oh no, has there been anything that you feel like he's revealed to you? Whether it be like oh yeah, I guess like you said, a life lesson or any like cool moments recently that you've had where he's like you could tell like God did this type of thing. You know what I mean? Any encounters, I guess.
The other week, maybe it was this week, I don't remember. At SOAR, these two kids, it was like the last 15 minutes of my shift, at Ninja Course.
Mm-hmm. The best spot to work at there.
Yeah, I got like a
I love it down
I got a cupcake, not from them, but I got a cupcake that shift too.
I used to
and
get cupcakes quite a bit.
They noticed my bracelets, and they
Yeah.
started asking me questions. But they were kind of asking me some like difficult questions. I'm not gonna. They kept asking me if certain things were sins. So
Oh.
I like answered those as best as I could.
Mhm.
Obviously they were. I don't know how old they were. I'm not good yet at estimating kids' ages.
Oh, you'll get real good at it working there.
I figured I will.
Were they like grade school age probably though?
Or like around your
Or
age,
they were like
maybe?
little
No,
kids?
no. They weren't like little kids.
Were they quite?
They were
close to your
probably
age?
Not
no,
in junior
no.
high yet.
I don't think so. No, I
10,
doubt it.
12,
I highly
Like
doubt it.
5th grade. 4th, 5th
Maybe,
grade?
yeah. Maybe. Well, I might have asked how old they were. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I shared the gospel with them, and I answered their questions as best as I could.
Did they already know? Like, are they?
Yeah, they would.
They have an
Yeah, because
idea.
they asked me stuff about like church and stuff.
Yeah.
Like one of the questions was like, "Is it a sin to not go to church?" And I was like, I said something like, "I don't think it would really be a sin, but it's more for us believers. Like fellowship is a good thing, and God wants us to have fellowship.
Mhm.
It's like for us, so we can help each other and ourselves grow together. And it's good to be around people with the same beliefs." But yeah, that was one of the questions.
Mhm.
And then they asked me what the 7 deadly sins were. I don't know all of them, but I said a couple of them,
Mhm.
and I explained. I explained the ones I did say as best as I could, and then my shift was over, but they were still there. So I didn't want to like get in trouble for like stealing money,
Uh-huh.
so I clocked out and came back, and then. I don't think we were finished with our conversation, but their mom came and said they had to leave. Or at least one of their moms. I don't think they were related. But yeah. So that was cool.
Dude, that's awesome, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to do that is a true blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
But-
especially now that you're at the age where like little kids are gonna look up to you because you're a high schooler. When you're a little kid, a lot of little kids think older guys.
The high
are
schoolers
cooler.
are the coolest people ever.
Yeah. Like.
If only you knew some of them.
That's the thing. Like that's why it's good that you're being that example and not the typical high schooler example.
And I totally wasn't, I don't think we were totally finished with the conversation. I don't think they were done asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
But, so then after that scenario, I totally put a little sticky note in my wallet with my phone number on it in case anything like that ever comes up again. I just
Do you keep your wallet in your pocket or
ask no
something?
questions. No. No, I don't.
Oh, just so you'll have it with you at the
Mhm.
place. Yeah.
For any more scenarios like that, because I don't think they were done. But it seemed like they were like genuinely interested in listening because they kept asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I hope they took that information.
The one thing I think about when it comes to that though is like, how come? Like maybe they do ask their parents, but if like they're coming to you asking you those questions, like that just makes me think, how is it at home? Like, why wouldn't they be able to ask these questions to their parents?
Yeah, I think their family was at least involved in church. One of the questions he was like, was it a sin to like be shy? And like he said how his brother was like kind of shy about sharing the gospel and his faith.
Mm-hmm.
And I was more like, that's that's something that a lot of people and Christians have to overcome.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think it's definitely a thing that pretty much everyone probably has to overcome at least some point,
Yeah.
or at least most people. But yeah,
Oh yeah. Even people that are like I've been watching a lot of like preachers that go out in public and preach to people, and even this guy who's been doing it for a few years now, just even he still sometimes, and he'll say like in his videos, because he like records everything, he'll say like even in his videos, he's like, so I can feel like the sense of nervousness, doubt, fear. He said he can like feel that building up inside of him right before he's about to turn on his microphone and his speaker. And so every time right before he does it, he like prays that God will give him like the boldness, patience, because he has people screaming and spitting in his face and mocking Jesus and everything like that. And so he'll pray for those things, and then he'll go over, turn on the speaker, and then boom, from there to the end of the video, you can tell that like the Holy Spirit is helping him the entire time.
like after like the first like question that the kids asked, like was like related, because we were talking a little bit before, but that was like related to God or whatever. First, I was like, and I looked down for a second, and just in my head, I was like, God, tell me what to say.
And he will, bro.
And he did, yeah. So I think that's another thing. He helped me to rely on the Spirit, especially in those situations. That was all him, not me, because I feel like at least sometimes under pressure, I could freeze up, but God was there, gave me the Holy Spirit. So I think God is pleased with that interaction.
That's cool. It's funny that, you were spreading the gospel at that place, because I've done that a few times at the same place. Just funny.
No, I don't know if I ever told. There's this kid that I would always play with every time he would come in. I don't know his name, but he was like a younger kid. He came in the store with his mom, and he had a fidget spinner, and he just like playing with it, and he like just stares at me. And I was like, oh, I already knew the kid, obviously, but he was staring at me, and I can tell he was trying to like see if he knew exactly who I was.
Yeah.
And he just kept staring, and then finally came up to me and he goes, "You're the one that plays with me and spins a ball on your finger." And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And he's like, "You're also the one that let me get beat up by a little girl." And I was like, "That was your fault. You threw a ball at her face and she wrestled you." And he was like, "Oh, whatever." And he just like ran back to his mom, and then he ran back to me, and he just like gave me a hug. And I was like, "That's great." And he went back to his mom, and they're leaving. He's like, he's waving bye, and he's like, "Bye." And he walks out the doors, and I'm just smiling because I was like, that just made my day. Like the fact that these little kids noticed me from my last job because of something I did with them or whatever. And I see him running back to me. Like he came back in and he was running back to me, and he handed me his fidget spinner, and he smiled, and then he ran back to his mom.
He gave it to you?
And so I literally have his fidget spinner sitting on my desk.
That's
at
awesome.
home. And then there was also another kid. He always would be like, "Hey, you want to see my flips? You want to see what I can do? You want to see what I learned?" And I was like, "Sure." And then he came up, and he was with his dad or his grandpa. I can't remember exactly who it was, because he used to come in with his dad or grandpa, but they looked so much alike I couldn't even tell the difference. But he was like just staring at me, and the same thing except for the fidget spinner. He's like, "I know you. You used to work at store, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And dude, I love that kids notice me. And it's always for something either like cool I did to them or like me playing with them.
Someone
And it's just so awesome.
Someone at my work, he goes to my school. He's newer than me, just by a couple weeks. He said that he got noticed at the mall. He
by a
was like,
kid
I don't
from
like it like a hot dog stand or something like that. And he was
Mm.
like, I saw you at SOAR.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I love when like little kids notice me, and even like the parents, because sometimes the parents will also like, "How have you been?" He's like, "You working at this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's cool. Like even the like fact that the parents come up to you, that's one of the coolest parts."
Yeah, dude. It's what used to make me sad was since I worked there for a long time and saw so many different kids and played with so many different kids, talked to so many different kids. It was like there would be kids that would come back and be like, "Hey, I remember you. You were the guy that did this and this, or you were the one that played with me when we did this or something." Every once in a while, like I won't recognize them back, just because I had seen so many kids and interacted with so many, and it made me feel so bad when like I didn't remember them, because there's just so many of them
Yeah,
that
I can
interacted
remember a
with.
select few because all the ones that do that
Yeah.
are like regulars. They would come in all the time, so I just knew them.
Yeah, there were even kids to be like, "Yeah, I came here last year and you were the guy that was down here doing the ninja course and showing us how to do it and stuff." I was like, "I'm sorry, man, I don't remember you."
I'm not gonna lie. If someone like 2 kids today asked me if I knew how to do a backflip, and kids ask me if I can do the ninja course. So if I don't feel like doing it, I'm just like, yeah, I can. I'm just like, but I can't right now. I'm on the clock.
Oh, I
That's
used to do
crazy.
that.
Kids,
I
used
would
to
always
just
do it though,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like,
I would just do it.
I'm getting paid to either teach these kids or show these kids, so there's no problem. I would always do it, and
I
if they
would
told
do
me to
it
do a
too.
backflip, I would do a backflip. I don't care.
No, but I actually can't really do backflips. Like they asked me if I could like teach them. I was like,
The kids, they would
Yeah, you
also.
learned how to do it
dude, like a little kid taught me how to do it one time.
at the same place.
That's so.
When I was working, he was there jumping,
He just
and a little
randomly
kid was like,
went up to me.
he goes, "You know how to do a backflip?"
And I'm like,
No.
no, I can't really land them.
And
I
he's
can
like, "Do
flip and
this."
get around.
The little kid
Let
does
me
a
through like a
backflip.
4-step process,
Yeah.
and then I did a backflip.
And then he did a backflip. Just some random
I
little
landed
kid
it.
that came up to him.
Dude, the question I was always asked is either do a backflip or jump over the pad.
Jump over the.
Like
You know
I
the
can,
big
I can
boxes
jump over
in
like the
center
big
of
boxes.
trampolines.
Oh.
Jump from trampoline over to another trampoline.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I can do that on the only two that you can do it on. I mean, I can do it on the
Mm.
first. I can do it on the first one. I jump from that trampoline onto the pad. That's not very comfortable. It kind of
The-
hurts sometimes.
The super long one I've only done twice.
Oh, dude, no. I did it.
Super long.
I did it like every day for so long. Now I just like I can fly over it now because I find the perfect spot, dude. Because I remember I did it when we were not busy. That's all I was doing. I just kept jumping back and forth. And let me tell you, that place had me in shape. I would do that sometimes during my shifts, like when I'd be leaving, I'd be like drenched in sweat.
That happened. I would be pretty sweaty if it was like not busy
I do.
because we'd play.
Every job that I've had, I've missed it for like certain reasons, but overall, it just wasn't. It was either wasn't healthy to me, or it wasn't just a good place to be at.
Did you ever have to walk down and up and down main court?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I had to do that. I just kind of if it's like not busy enough, I like to jump on the trampolines
Dude.
and go down and back.
Do you walk on like the carpet or do you walk down the purple padding?
Usually the purple padding.
So
Yep.
That's what I did too.
If you walk down just the black padding, you're not real.
I don't like because it's too close to people sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And they definitely go like this every time you walk by because you're walking in front of them.
Oh, I'm walking. Okay, this is kind of like not. I don't know. Okay, so every time someone would get hurt and they'd go to the bench, that's when I would take advantage of sitting down. Because I would sit down and obviously be helping them. But yeah, dude, not being able to, especially on the doubles, dude. I would never wish for a kid to get hurt, but anytime they would, if they like are faking it, I know when they're faking it and I know when they're actually hurt. And I'd be like, let's come to sit down and just tell me what happened. And I just sit there. Because I'm working there, that was the worst part, not being able to just like sit down and relax for a second. Especially on doubles. Like, you get 2 15-minute breaks. Like, what in the world is that?
Oh, you get 2? We get either one 15-minute paid break or a 30-minute unpaid break. And that
You
can
can
be a
divide
9
it up
to
into
that can be
two.
a 9 to 9.
divide it up in 2.
You can divide the 30-minute into 2 if you want.
2 paid breaks,
Mm-hmm.
2 15-minute paid. rather do that. I don't want to have a 12-hour shift,
Well, just ask. He'll tell you.
unpaid break. I don't ever want to work a double.
My
Because
thing,
it's
my thing
It's not
is,
fun.
No, it's not.
it's not fun. But
One is
after
enough.
after you do it a bit, it's kind of just like, oh, okay. And the paycheck's nice. And like comfortable because I can throw a lot back in my savings and have just enough to get gas and whatever I need.
I think
When it's busy, it becomes overstimulating.
Dude,
Whatever.
I was always
When it's
always
packed and you're working a
overstimulated.
double,
as
it's
long as I'm good
overstimulating.
with
Also,
my money, I shouldn't need doubles.
I'll expose this a little bit. Anybody that would take a 15-minute break, every single employee, they take more than 15 minutes. If they go and get food,
Okay.
no, they're gone for 30, 45 minutes.
To be fair,
I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying everybody that works there does it.
to be fair, to get like you get like the most you could work is like a 9 to 9, right? Or 8:45, I guess, to
Yeah.
9.
Drive done.
You deserve more than a 15 or 30-minute break.
Yeah.
12-hour
Yeah, it's
shift.
No,
12 hour shift.
definitely. It's
Like,
actually illegal for them to do that.
It's actually not the Missouri.
Oh
I
wait,
looked
it's
up
they're not regulated.
in Missouri. There's no like labor laws about that, about breaks. And
Yeah,
the
because
state at
they're
least.
not. I don't think they're like a regulated company like all the bigger companies.
So
But I mean, for my job, I
Maybe-
work 10-hour shifts and we get a unpaid 30-minute lunch.
maybe if we got everyone,
Unpaid.
Like no
I get-
pay and
I
it's
get-
30-minute lunch.
I get a paid 30-minute lunch.
maybe if we got everyone, we could like petition to get a break. I think I talked about everything. New Year's was cool. I got to spend that with my girlfriend, so that was fun. Best New Year's ever. I watched The Batman again twice over like the period that we didn't film.
The new one?
Well, 2022. Yeah, the new one. The greatest movie of all time. Yeah.
That's an overstatement.
I'm being so
The
serious.
Christian Bale Batmans are better too.
It's my favorite.
Overstatement.
The Batman. It's my opinion. I'm sorry.
Well, it's wrong.
You can have your wrong opinion. Just kidding.
You can have wrong opinions.
Yeah, so it's cool to see myself on the big screen. But yeah. Anyways.
I don't even say that anymore, bro. You're worse than me. I'm thinking you're.
There are like 5 different people just feeding me at this point. Telling me I am Batman.
Just because
so-
they offer you the plate doesn't mean you have to take the bite.
I take the bite because I have been taking bites since before anybody ever has been.
Bro, if you want to be Batman, get your physique better and start going to the gym more. If you ain't big enough.
I
to be
go to the gym
Batman.
when I can.
What?
Jackson, are you done?
Hold on. I got sent a Bible verse, so I'm going to read it. Because
Can you tell her that we're doing a podcast and talking about other stuff right now?
no, yes, I did. But I got sent a Bible verse, so I'm going to read it. Let me find it. Because it's totally... Hebrews 12:1-3. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance with race marked out for us. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart.
Oh, am I sharing now?
Is there?
Alrighty, where shall I start? So let's see. Christmas. Christmas was actually really good. Except leading up, I think it was before. Leading up to Christmas, I think I was texting you about this. Cuz you were all like I think you kept asking me like if I've already worked out or something, and I had like this dinner to go to and then this dinner and then this dinner. It was like the 23rd. My girlfriend had like a family, like, I think the first one was like a dinner. The second one was a church service. Oh yeah, because that was Christmas Eve. We went to a church service, and then Christmas we had a breakfast. Well, like more like a brunch, yeah. But she came to my Christmas because we had to do it in the morning because my sister had work, and so we had to do like an early Christmas. And usually we do it at like from like 12 to whatever, or like no, we had to do it at 10 a.m. and be done by 12:15 because my sister had to be at work at 12:30. And so that was pretty. It was very hectic because I don't know how like. So whenever you guys do like family gatherings on Christmas, do you guys like go in order opening gifts?
No. People just go around and hand out, and everyone just opens them at the same time.
Oh, so usually my family's not used to that, but since we were such a rush, that's what we had to do. It was just open them all. Because usually my family's very they love taking pictures, a lot of pictures, and so we go through like one at a time from like youngest to oldest, or like we'll have like all the youngest open theirs, and then we'll have like all like the teenagers open, and then the grown-ups open, or we do it from like youngest to oldest or whatever, however they want to do it. But this Christmas, it was like leading up to Christmas was so stressful, and it wasn't even I wasn't even like stressed personally. It was just everybody else stressing around me was stressing me out, and I don't understand why people stress themselves out so much. Because Christmas is not supposed to be the time of stress and discomfort. It's like you want to be comfortable, you want to be joyful. Like that's all it's about. Is just being happy, and because like the birth of Jesus is on the 25th. Like, be happy. But that's my biggest problem with like the holiday. Is just everybody is so stressed out for no reason at all. Oh yeah, Texas. But that was pretty good. I actually got a few good things for Christmas. I got like clothes. I got that hoodie that I showed you guys today, and then she actually gave me flowers too, but it was flowers that I gave her. And then whenever they died, she put them in like this like box frame to where I could see them, and she gave them to me. But she kept some for herself too, so she has 2 frames of like the first flowers I gave her, which are the first flowers she's ever received from anybody. And that was a very honoring part right there. No caller ID. Seems sketch.
I know exactly who that is. No, I don't. Tell him that Jesus.
Hello?
Tell him that Jesus loves you. Say who is it?
What you doing on this day?
Jesus loves you.
We're sharing Jesus on a podcast.
Aw, sweet voice.
What?
Yeah, and then the funny thing was my last shift at my other job was the 24th, and then I started the 28th at my other one. Dude, I had no break. But actually, no. My last shift was the 28th at my last job, and then I started the 30th at my new job now. And then the start of that, it was pretty good. Haven't had any trouble waking up for that at all. I'm kind of like on a set schedule now. I either go in at 6 or I go in at 7. It's a 30-minute drive every day. Right now, this should be temporary because I wasn't hired for what I'm going for, and I'm hired for like job sites, so it'll be in the Joplin area. So I won't have to take a 30-minute drive every single day. Because that just makes me have to leave so much earlier. But it was pretty good. The new jobs treat me well. It's just annoying because I'm doing work that I was not hired for because they just needed extra hands because they were running behind, I guess. But I have to go back Monday, which what we're hearing is that there's supposed to be bad weather. And they said especially in like the Pittsburgh area, and that's in Columbus, Kansas. So it's right there. And I do not want to take a 30-minute drive if the roads are icy and snowy. That does not sound fun to me.
I've already told my family. I was like, If I wake up Monday morning and the roads are covered in ice, I'm just calling in. I'm not going into work. It's not for me. It's not worth.
I mean,
missing going
technically-
to job.
Technically, I
To risk
actually
my life.
could, but the thing is, for my first 90 days, if I have 3 unexcused, like they terminate me. Like
Would
they
that
let me
be
go.
excused though?
I don't know. I could maybe like talk to them. Like I live
Especially
30. I
since you
live 30 minutes away.
It's gonna.
Well, it's
take you,
actually
like,
it's actually
Yeah.
To drive.
35 minutes away.
especially if you have to drive
30
on
if you speed.
ice.
30
You
if I
can't
speed.
speed on ice. You can't. That's the thing. You can't speed on ice. You gotta go slower.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take you longer than that. Probably like 50 minutes if you like,
Yeah.
don't want to slip off the road.
Dude, yeah, I went through so much gas driving there Monday through Friday, and then Friday they had me there at 6. I had to be there at 6 a.m.
Hmm.
and work until 4 o'clock. My lunch was at the same time. Everybody showed up at 7. Same exact time. It's super laid back. I am blessed to be like given the opportunity to work here, but if it's a very good company, it's just I'm just not happy for that they're putting me in this area I did not sign up for. They didn't hire me for that position.
Mm.
What is it again?
It's with Crossland.
Okay, I thought so.
I don't think they wouldn't care if I put the name of the company. But yeah, I work for Crossland, and they have me in prefab, and I made a comment. And I was like, dude, this work is boring. I do not want to do this anymore. And one of the guys that they're only in prefab, he was like, it's good to put a few skills under your belt. And I was like, I looked at him and I just smiled and I was like, this has nothing to do with skill. Because they have me on the outside crew. There's an inside and outside crew. They have me on the outside crew. And so it's cold. And my hands are hurting.
Bro,
You get
We
cold
we have a
resistance.
hammer and like a putty scraper. The hammer, all you do on those things on the outside crew is pound with a hammer. You have to chip away all the loose concrete. That's all you do. I was like, there's no skill here. I was like, all the skill is inside. And the people that are driving the heavy equipment, I was like, I know that you enjoy doing this, but this has nothing to do with skill.
How much?
It's all about being patient and very efficient with the work. But other than that, like, there's no like skill. And I was like, the only thing that is happening with me is my forearms might get bigger and my hands are sore. And one of the older guys that also is supposed to be out in the field doing job sites, they also sent him here, and he's like, he ain't wrong. I was just laughing. My biggest thing with this with the work is just all the like language. I'm like, dude, I can't. And
that
so
makes sense.
the only thing I can do, it's construction. I mean, I knew what I was getting into, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, there's nothing else I can do. I can't just like straight face. I was just laughing. I mean, a lot of just jokes. It's pretty fun.
Are they nice?
Yeah, they're all nice.
That's good. I think.
Not to each other, but
But is it like a?
they're nice to me.
Is it?
'cause I'm
Are
nice to
they,
them.
are they like mean to each other in like a loving sort of way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Yeah. No,
That's
they're
fun.
they're nice. Well, except for this one guy. They're not.
Except for
They're
this
not
one.
very like nice in a loving way. They're nice in a mean way. Or they're not nice.
I was
And they're
gonna say I hope that that you actually do get to do what you were hired for, and that they
Yeah.
don't just try to keep you here
oh no.
in that spot.
I talked to the guy that hired me, and I'm like, dude, what's happening? He's like, well, they've been talking to me. Communication has been pretty decent. It's been pretty good. I just keep not like bugging him about it, but I'm just like, hey. He's like, I understand. He's like, because he was like, are you just not enjoying it? And I'm like, no. I was like, I don't. I was like, not even because of the weather. It's just this isn't my type of field work. Like, I have only done demolitions and rebuilds. I have never worked with concrete, and nor do I want to, because that is annoying. I mean, I said I would love to do the inside because that takes a lot of skill and takes a lot of like you're actually working the whole time. Outside, it's like you just scraping stuff, you're hitting stuff with a hammer. I'm like, this isn't the work that I was hired for. This isn't the work I've been doing for the past 2 years of my life.
How much do you work?
So we work. It's either 6 to 4 or 7 to 4. Sometimes it could be 7 to 3:30. But outside crew, you're most likely done by 4 o'clock, because you have to. You're like, all right, you're good.
That's
3:30,
hours.
and then clean up. We have to take all the tools, put all the tools on all the batteries on the chargers and all that. So I mean, it's not bad.
I like those hours. I want
Yeah.
hours like that.
The drive home
Oh,
sucks
yeah.
because my aux cord broke, so now I'm listening to just the radio station,
No.
and I can't find. Every time I try to turn to like the worship station, it's staticky, so I can't
Mm.
listen to it. And so I'm on the country one, and some of the songs aren't very nice.
Oh, I see you put the accent on.
Oh, sometimes that just happens. I have
Listen to that
I've,
country
I've
music,
had it.
man.
I've had it since I was young. It happens sometimes. But dude, the last like 15 minutes of that drive home, I'm just like a zombie. I'm dead.
You're
So I have to
tired,
start like
yeah.
rolling the window down because all the cold air. I'm just like, please, please. And I'm trying to just like wake up.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. I have my like Windows button locked, so if anybody ever gets in my car, I hate my windows rolled down. I can't do it.
I don't like when people roll down a window that I'm sitting at. Like the back ones, roll the two front. Don't roll the back one up
Don't roll my window down.
because I don't. Because when my hair's longer, it's so annoying because it's just like all over the place. I'm
and it's
so
like
annoyed.
loud, like in your ears, like if you're going fast. It's like
But yeah, started that job. I mean, it's fun to be on the schedule, not fun to do the work. I'm excited to do the work that they have set for me. And then New Year's, that was great. Spent it with family, family friends, a lot of little kids. Very hectic, and me being super excited because I worked New Year's, New Year's Eve. I worked that day, and then we had a party from 8 to 1 a.m. and I'm just like, but yeah, what I told you guys earlier, I fell asleep at like 9:30, 10 o'clock maybe, and then I wake up to 10, 9. I was like, I kind of like shot up and like act like I was awake the whole time. So I just went. And my girlfriend sitting next to me, and she just hands me one of the things that make the noises. And she goes, "Here you go." Because she's sitting here, and I'm like, and she's like, "Here you go." And so I was like, and then everybody's like screaming and yelling, and I'm just like, and I looked at the
Wait.
time, and I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. It's not even actually our New Year's. I was like, this is New York.
What are you guys doing?
And then I was actually able to stay awake for that last hour because all the screaming woke me up. And then I actually got up and like started walking around, eating whatever I could. Yeah, I felt like crap the next day because all the food I ate. But that's what the holiday season's all about.
Yesterday I made some
Jesus
buffalo
Christ
chicken
and the food, nourishing the temple. Not with the food I should have been nourishing it with though.
dip. I made buffalo chicken dip yesterday.
Hey, we had
with
buffalo
my
chicken dip for New Year's.
It's so good.
My girlfriend's dad made that and it was yummy, so I was like, and there's some at where she works, so I was like, I need to make my own. So Frank's buffalo chicken dip recipe.
Yeah.
First result on Google. I made it
Also-
yesterday. It's so good.
Luckily, because the company I work at, most of the guys are gonna get drunk, because that's just what construction carpenters do or whatever.
Not
Jesus. Not Jesus.
Jesus
but-
was a carpenter.
Uh,
I didn't say that. in
they, let's see, yeah, we didn't have to work New Year's Day. It's paid for. I'm not able to get it paid for because I have to be there for 90 days first, and then I start getting like my holidays and all that stuff. I have to be there for 90 days, which I'm not upset about. It's okay because I mean I got paid for my last job this week, and then next week I'll get my other paycheck. But it's been pretty good, and communication's been decent. I met the boss that works in the area that I'm working in now, finally. But there's a few good, cool guys. Some people, I try to like throw something about God in every day on there, because one guy was like, "What music do you listen to?" And I was like worship music and maybe a little bit of like country, but not the like cursing one and all that. Like there's certain country music that I like. He's like, "Well, you know anything about the Mateys music?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Not really. I could, if a few played, I'd probably know some of them, only because like they're probably still popular or family listens to it." But yeah, there's a few older guys that are pretty cool. There's older dude, and he's so out of pocket though. And there's this kid that's around my age. He's doing like the Kickstart program because he's still in high school. And him and him go, like, them two go at it. And I just sit there and I'm like, what is happening? But and then the funniest part was them asking how old I was. They didn't know. Nobody there knows how old I am. And the guy that asked me about the music, he's like, because that's what brought up the music. He's like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 17. And he said, no, poop. And I was like, yeah. He's like, and you're working here full time? And I was like, yeah. He's like, usually kids your age do the program. And I'm like, well, I just graduated. I was like, I'm here full time. I'm supposed to be out in the field, blah, blah, blah. And he yells at the older man, the one that's like so out of pocket. He's like, guess how old this kid is? He's like, about 20, 21. And like, I was like, no, he's 17. And then there's a guy named Yes Dog, because he like has to check the panels we're working on. And so everybody calls him the Yes Dog. And he's like, no crap, you're kidding. And I was like, no, I'm actually 17. He's like, that's quite impressive. And so every time someone finds out my age, they're just like in shock, and I think it's hilarious. But yeah, that happened Friday. So yeah, that happened yesterday. And then actually Sunday, before my week started at this job, I was at church, and this was a family church, so like even all the young kids that you're usually like in the children's service, they're all upstairs with us with their families. And I always like it because I go with my aunt and uncle, and then my cousins, and then my uncle's parents, and obviously my girlfriend comes with me. And it's my I call them my grandpa, but my uncle's married into my family, but like I'm so close with them that I pretty much just like call them grandma and grandpa or whatever. And he's there, the grandma's there, Jake, Chelsea, me, Hope, and then my cousins. And whenever we're doing worship, every time we have a family service during worship, like whenever I'm like raising my hands or doing whatever, I look over and my cousin, Zeke is his name. He like always is like facing towards me a little bit to see what I'm doing, and he copies me. And so I'll be singing and I have like my hands raised, and I can just see him like, and he's like singing, and I don't look over because I know he'll like.
Is this a little guy?
Yeah. I know he'll like throw his arms down or whatever and like act like he's not, and so I'm like looking because he's standing right next to my girlfriend, and I'm just smiling so hard, and it also like just brings peace to my heart that yeah, my actions and everything I do, like he looks up to it and he wants to follow me in my footsteps. That's why I want to be so good for them, not just for them but obviously for myself and other people. But seeing like my little cousin follow after me is just truly a blessing. And then I was like looking at my cousin Addie, and I looked at her dad and I was like, she's looking grown. Like I was like, she's getting big. And he was like, yeah, I know. He's like, I hate it. And I was like, dude, she looks like a teenager. But she is copying Hope. She's copying my girlfriend. And it's so funny to me because I'm like, she's copying her and he's copying me. And then this service really hit me like really hard because seeing this and like I'm already tearing up because he's copying me. And then I keep hearing in my head like, don't be afraid to start something new. Don't let fear stop you from doing what you need. Don't stop fear from listening to what God's telling you. And I just keep hearing that in like over and over in my head. And it's getting to the end of worship, and we have like one more song left. And every time we have one more song left, our worship pastor, she'll say, if you guys, she's like, can the prayer team please come up here? And they'll stand along the stage, and she's like, if anybody has any prayers for like this week coming with the New Year's and all that, and if you're just want something to be prayed about and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like shaking up talking about this, but for a second I like couldn't move because then she started the song and I was just like stuck. And then I kept hearing go up there, go up there, go up there. And I was like looking around because it literally felt like I was like someone was actually saying it to me. And I thought maybe it was my uncle or like maybe it was my girlfriend because like I wanted to. And something was like, just go up there. Because then I was like thinking like this is my first week to like the job I'm going to be at for quite some time. I was like, it's going to be a new year. And I was just like, I need to go up there. I need to go up there. And little backstory. One of the lady I'm going to go to, she was my elementary lunch lady.
Wow.
And us going to the same church, she has seen me grow up. She's seen me during school. And she was the lady that would always check our cards. Because we'd get our tray and then she'd be the one at the end checking our cards. And she'd always say something to me. Always heckling at me or something. And so finally, like I look at my girlfriend and I'm kind of tearing up already. And I kind of was like, follow me. And she was confused. She was like, what? And I was like, follow me. And one of the funniest part, my uncle, since he's next to me and like every church, all the seats are so close to like the other one. So not a lot of walking space. And when he stands up, he puts his coffee cups behind him. And he like slammed back on his seat.
Oh no,
And he was like, and he just like wide-eyed. I didn't know that happened until the end, but I'll get to the rest of that. I had to share that part real fast. I walk up there, and I'm staring like just dead at Cammie. That's her name. She won't mind. She knows I do this, and she prayed about this before. I walked straight to her, and I just gave her the biggest hug, and she's like, hi, my sweet boy. And she always is so comforting to me. And I don't know exactly why, but ever since, I mean, she's been through my life, like with me through my life. She's known everything that's happened. And she's like, what would you two want me to pray for you guys about? And I was just like, and I like stopped for a second. She like placed her hand on me, like around, like by my heart. And then I was just like, I need this prayed for. I need this prayed for. But like they just started shooting out real fast. But like I remember I said, well, it's the start of my new job, like a job I'm gonna be at for quite some time. I was like, this is gonna be a job to like build my future, to help me build my future, to get the financial stability to be able to pursue my future with like my own businesses or whatever I do. And I was like, and I just pray that I need to just be prayed for about my family, the new year starting. And I like looked in, because my girlfriend's standing right next to me, and I was like, I just pray that you can I was like, I just ask that you pray for us to be able to contain a godly relationship with one another, and us not to fall into all these bad habits that relationship fall into and all that. And she just like looked at both of us. She grabbed our hands really tight. Like, this lady has a grip. I'm like, my hand's kind of hurting already, and she just started. And then she started praying, and I'm looking down, and I'm trying to hear every word she's saying, because they're singing one of my favorite songs right now too. What is it? It was dude, it's a Brandon Lake song. It's Gratitude.
Praise You
Yeah,
Anywhere.
it's Gratitude.
Oh, I
They're
love
singing
Gratitude.
Gratitude. They are, because I remember. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're singing Gratitude, and that's the point. I'm listening in, and she's just praying, and every time she says something, she says it with such like enthusiasm and like just yelling. And after all the things she's saying, it's like really getting to me and like really like making like I don't even know, like that feeling is just so different whenever you like are bold enough to go up there and ask for prayers. And I just started like tearing up a little bit, and I can feel my girlfriend like squeezing my hand super tight too, and I'm like, dude, my hands are sore. And like mid-time, like I blank out real fast, and I'm like, my hands hurt. And then I like zone back in, and then all of a sudden, I feel hand placement on my back. And I like look down. I'm already looking down, but I open my eyes and I see it's my uncle's feet. And
Coffee stain on his back.
we don't know that yet. And he kind of does that thing like your dad or uncle would do, or like grandpa would do, and like grab your back and like kind of like squeeze on your shoulder a little bit. Like that. And then my aunt also just like calmly places her hand on me, and then I see her like place her hand on my girlfriend, and I'm just like, dude, this has never happened before. And I can hear my aunt is just like in tears. My uncle, he's tearing up a bit. Sometimes he can get emotional. Sometimes it takes quite a good amount. But I was crying, dude. And she like stops for a second, stops the prayer, and I look up and she looks at me and she's like, I understand you. I know you. I know what you're going through because God has told me right now as we speak. And I'm just like, what? And then she just starts naming things. She's like, you've had people like basically praying on your downfall, like hoping the worst for you and all this. And I'm just like, and she's like, but I'm here to tell you that's not happening. That's not going to happen because you have God, and God will forever be everything you need, and he will push you to be the best and all this. And then I started tearing up again, dude, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And for a second I thought she was speaking in a tongue. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was, and I was like, but it was just because the music got so loud and I was trying to focus on so many things, and I'm just like, no, I actually thought she was for a second, and I'm like, that's impressive. But she wasn't, come to find out. But and then she hugs me one last time, and she's tearing up too, and like she's a little shaky, and I'm shaking. And then I like turn around, my uncle just gives me the biggest hug. And actually, wait, no, my aunt gave me the biggest hug. No, wait, yeah, it was my uncle, because I look over and my aunt and my girlfriend are hugging, like crying in each other's arms, and I'm just like, this is how I know this is the one, like this is like the right one. And my uncle's giving me a hug, and he's just like, I love you, bub. I'm so proud of you. Like, you're gonna do amazing things. And being able to just hearing that from your family and people that truly love you, and hearing that from people that don't know you but God has spoken through them, for them to find that out, I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Like, this is how I like. That's something God has showed me so much recently, is do not be scared to go up and ask for prayers. And that also relates back, don't be scared to ask for help. Might not even be prayers, it's just help. Like, don't be afraid to ask that. And me, I was always afraid to ask for help. I think I shared that before, like when it came to like the gospel and like the Bible and just all these things. I was always scared to ask questions and ask for help with it. But then my aunt looks at me, and she pauses for a second, just like holding my hands, and then she just gives me a hug. And then that's when every time something with my aunt, like every time she hugs me like that, I just get so emotional, because she is one of the ones that like has stepped up when I went through like my dark part in October last year. She's the one that stepped up. She's the one that like I wanted there to tell this about. And it was just such an emotional moment for me. And then I think that's why I was so like okay during the week. Like, maybe I was tired after, but like that's why I was so excited to get to work Monday through Friday. I was so excited. And I know it's because the prayer I asked, and I know it's because on the way there I'm like praying. I'm praying that these guys can find peace with themselves and not have to have this vulgar language and all this and all the actions they do, like just be better for each other, uplift each other. And I mean, I know what they say, they are doing it in a loving way, but like with the words, it's like, that's not very loving. But like they just understand, everybody there understands each other, and that's just how they, like, that's how they love each other. And I mean, it's not the healthiest, but They're grown men. They'll figure it out sooner or later, I guess. But and then I think it was today, actually earlier today, where having this day off and just like going back through this week, and then like led back to Sunday, and I'm just like, dude, that's exactly what I needed. Like I needed that. And it was such a powerful service because I wasn't there last service because that's when I was in Branson with my old family. Well, they're still family. I call them family, but yeah. And then coming back, it's like exactly everything I needed here, all in one day, all in one service. And we also, we had a guest speaker that day too, and he was very enthusiastic, very powerful. But yeah, I think God has done a lot of good in the couple of days that we haven't recorded, and I think that's good for us sometimes, so we can just like relax and
Yeah, I mean, we went 13 weeks straight.
just getting that reset and like just focusing on so many different things. And it kind of helped me a little bit too, because getting into like my new schedule, and it helped me like mentally, physically, and like doing this, like it also helps with that. But with the stress of like I need to have everything I need to say, and all this and all that, and that's why I'm also kind of glad we didn't have an exact topic, because today, before you guys told me that, I'm like researching like the topic we were going to talk about. And so I'm going through the Bible, I'm going through the Bible chat, I'm going through the Bible app, and I'm like I'm trying to find so many things. And then you texted we're not going to have an exact topic tonight, and I'm like, whew. I was like, thank you.
We
I was
picked
like,
the
this
right
is-
week to take a break, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the right week to not have a topic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, it was
That's
stressing
crazy.
me out.
not a coincidence.
Nope.
Yeah.
God was
It's
like,
not a coincidence.
Not only that, but another way I see it is we took that week off. It was the end of the year, the end of 2024, and so we took that break at the end of the year, and then now, boom, first week of 2025, we're recording
Mm-hmm.
our next episode. So starting off the year, off a break, we're refreshed, and
I
we're
think
back.
we all needed that. Holiday season, it's like gets super packed,
take a break.
super stressful, and I think it's just good for us. But I am gonna go ahead and let Braden talk about. Dude, my aunt just texted me that they might cancel church.
Because of the ice.
Yeah.
Hopefully the roads aren't bad tonight. Be careful. We gotta be
Lord,
careful.
I
going home.
just pray that.
You can watch it online if worse comes to worse.
Yeah, I can, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I love
get
just
it.
going to church.
At least that's the good thing about today. That's
no.
one good thing, or one of the good things about technology, is
You can.
we can still like
Yeah.
see it.
Oh Lord, please hold off the weather. Please hold off the weather. Oh, I want to go to church.
I would not mind working a 4-day week again. Because the last 2 weeks have been 4-day weeks. Because Christmas
Oh yeah.
and New Year's, I've had 4. Justin, are you done
Done what?
texting your girlfriend so I can say my stuff? You can put your phone down and listen.
Oh, yeah. That was loud.
Sound like you smacked your camera on the table. Okay. Brayden updates. Still the same job. I don't like to talk about my job in detail on podcast. There's not really life update wise. I still have the same schedule and do the same things: job, gym, podcast. One thing that God has been doing in my life, recently, within the past few months, I would say, maybe even, before that, but recently it's really been like noticeable, is the whole like kind of I don't it's kind of hard for me to put it into words to where it makes sense. Basically, I feel like I've been put, or the way my life is right now, I'm in a season of where like I don't have like a ton of friends, and I feel like that's a good thing because and I'm not saying that because I don't. It's not that I don't want more friends. Like
Four
I
quarters
love
is
having
better
friends.
than 100.
But no, what it's doing is it's allowing me to realize that like God is the one. Like it's making me be able to shift my focus more on Him and my relationship with Him. And it's almost like an isolation type of thing, but not a bad isolation. Like it's helpful, because it's showing me more and more as time goes on that at the end of the day, if I have Him, then I have everything. Because if I don't have Him, then I have nothing.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I've had more time with just like me and Him, which is great because it's helping me grow my relationship with Him stronger. I'm getting to know Him more, and it's yeah. So that's kind of like the season I'm in right now. I feel like also patience, because I feel like right now I'm almost the way it feels like I'm at a point right now where it's like I know that God has something else for me. Like I know that right now where I'm at right now isn't like nowhere near like where He wants to take me in life and stuff. And I know that He has something else out there for me. It's just the timing isn't there yet. I just know it's not the right timing. So I've had to be patient with that, and He's helping me do so. And the way He's helping me do so is by the season of isolation that I've been in, where I've had more time, just me and Him. And the more I get to know Him, the more His plan and His desires for me change my desires for myself. That's kind of also, patience and isolation and growing my relationship with God over the past few months, especially recently within the last month or so. Christmas was good. I had to spend it with the family. Can't ever complain about spending time with the family, especially on the holidays. I'm trying to think, like, what did I do that night? I think
Did you come to the gym on Christmas?
no, I didn't.
I
was
didn't
going-
either.
I was going to, but
What?
I was going to, but I didn't feel like going by myself, so I just didn't go. And then New Year's, New Year's Eve I had to work. I got off an hour early though, so that's better than working the full time.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent that with my mom and dad. Just me and my mom and my dad. And actually, I did go to the gym, but originally Jackson was going to go with me, but then he had other plans. So then me and my dad went and hit a lift, which doesn't happen often. My dad doesn't. He likes to. His training style is different than mine, so we don't work out together a whole lot. But he
Mhm.
wanted to come and work out with me, so that was cool. I'm trying to think. Did we see? No, that was after Christmas.
I was there at New Year's Eve at like early,
You left at like 6 or something, didn't you? Or
6 or
5?
7. No. 6 or 7.
Well, yeah, but you didn't go to the gym with me.
No.
That's what I was talking about. The gym. After the gym, me and my dad, we went home, took showers and stuff, played Battlefront for a few hours. Battlefront
heck
2.
yeah.
Then went to bed, woke up in 2025. Well, actually, I stayed up until 2025, but woke up later in 2025. And then, what was that, Tuesday? Wednesday was New Year's Day. Yeah.
Yeah. New Year's Day, I didn't work out.
Um,
I'm not gonna lie. It was leg day though, so it didn't matter. You make up for it on Saturdays.
and then yesterday,
Stupid. I have no idea what you said.
basically, he was glad that he didn't have to hit legs.
Yeah.
Which is
my
relatable.
my body would not have let me do it.
Oh, because leg day Saturday? Is that what you mean?
I said we can make up for it on Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like,
And actually, yesterday, dude, I had an amazing shoulder workout last night.
that's good.
Like, in terms, I'm not like would have much rather lifted with somebody else than by myself. But like, aside from that whole side of the workout, I was like, bro, I destroyed my shoulders last night. Like, I walked out like not being able to raise my arms, and my shoulders were like half circles because of all the blood that was filled in them.
I got home late. I think I heard you showering at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I was here at the gym for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of me right now. So I'm basically where I'm at right now is just pure growth, pretty much in every area. I feel like that's where God has me right now. Is He's been just growing me, and really, I can feel it. Like I said, like He's slowly but surely building me up to be the man that He's made me to be, and take me to where He wants to take me. It's just not the time yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When is that? I don't know. He does. So what I'm doing now is doing the best I can with where I'm at. Some aspects of it are annoying and frustrating, if I'm being completely 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like if I wasn't in this season of life right now, I wouldn't be growing as much as I am. So,
There's a reason for everything.
and this is just a random. It has to do with God, but it's not necessarily about like the season I'm in. It's more so like I've been watching a lot of videos of this guy. His name's Nicholas Bowling. He's basically a street preacher. He'll go out to different festivals. He'll go out to bars, basically places that aren't necessarily filled with Christians.
Yeah.
And he will just share the love of Jesus with them. And he brings like, this is the person I was talking about just a little while ago.
Yeah.
The guy with the microphone and how he
Yeah.
he could explain like the fear that he gets before he goes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that has been really, it's been really inspiring watching all those videos, bro, because it makes me like, it's making me want to do the same thing. Not necessarily like a speaker and a microphone, but just going out to people in public, and which kind of relates to like this podcast. And what I
Yeah.
wanted to do with this podcast is Like, I love that we're in here doing this and we're uploading it so where people can see, but I also want us to be able to go out
Like in the public.
into public
To
and
the
talk to
people.
people. Yeah. Even, and we don't even have to, like, I'm not even necessarily, like, wanting to debate people. Like,
Right.
I just
Want to love them.
want to let people know that Jesus loves them and that I love them because of, we all have the same value.
Yeah.
And, we're all humans. We're all created in the image of God. And, if God loves them, I love them. So watching those videos really wants me to do that. You good, Jackson?
Yeah.
You're staring.
Smile with your teeth for a second.
Why?
Just do it. You're in your bottom teeth. Okay, it totally looked like you were missing a tooth. Sorry.
No. Yeah, that's... Watching those videos just makes me want to do that, especially with us as a group.
Yeah.
I even want to, like, just go out and pray for random people.
That'd be fun.
Another interesting thing that happened just a few nights ago. I think it was New Year's. It was Wednesday, I think. So, as you guys know, I've said this before. In the shower, I always just talk to God or whatever. My showers always have something to do with God, whether I'm blasting worship music or I'm just talking to God and asking Him to reveal things to me. It was interesting because He put a certain individual in my mind, and I don't really have like a super close connection to this person. It was somebody that I just met at the gym that I used to work out at, and the image that was put in my mind while I was talking to God is an image of me like praying over him. I had we were both like this. I had my hand on his shoulder and I was praying for him. I don't know what exactly I was praying for him for. Like, I don't know. The way I took it was he needs prayer. I don't know what it is. And so then and there, I just started praying for him. And then I shot him a message on Instagram and asked him, because I just know that, like, God put him in my head for a reason, and I know he needs prayer. He hasn't responded yet, but the thing is, even if he doesn't give me a specific, it's almost like if he gives me a response, I feel like it's when God will tell me exactly what he needs prayer for, even if he doesn't tell me. Like, for right now, though, I don't know. I just know that he needs prayer. I don't know what for. So I shot him a message and asked him, and he still hasn't responded. He hasn't even seen it. So every once in a while when I think about it, I'll just pray for him, just a general thing. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I really want to, like, know what it is. That way I can, do my part. But, I mean, if he hasn't answered, then I can't really. That's the thing. Even if he's just like,
The
oh,
Spirit
just,
knows.
yeah, that's the thing. Even if he's just like, oh, just that I would, I don't know, dude. I just feel like if he even responds at all, is when I'll know exactly. I feel like it's just a matter of,
I like your hair. Sorry, that's random.
thank you.
I like your hair
I
today.
didn't put anything in it.
Oh,
I
it
just-
looks good.
After the shower, I just dried it and left it.
It looks good. I like it.
Yeah, that's kind of been me the last month or so. Where I've been at.
Well, I think we can all say, praise Jesus. Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus, bro.
On another good note, my ankle that I messed up at work when I worked at store is now officially back to where I can pop it in the mornings. So every when I wake up, I'm like,
Guys, shall we wrap it
Poppable.
up?
Huh?
Shall we wrap it?
you should ask him if he's done first.
I think.
I think I'm.
Are you done?
I think I hit everything that I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, it's
I
been
do want to go ahead and shout out to a few of the people that have reached out to me, like on my social medias, and have like told me that they're wanting to get closer with God, and just thanking me for that, which I don't deserve the thanks. It's the man upstairs. But if anybody else, like ever just has a question or wants to talk, feel free to text. Well, you can't text Jackson because
He's not on there.
he's not on anything. But you could always text me or Braden, and if you end up wanting to talk to Jackson, I can let him know.
I have
And
a phone number.
yeah, and I could share his contact or whatever. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask us questions. Don't be afraid to ask us for help, no matter what it is.
Mhm.
But other than that, Jackson,
Well, this has been episode 14.
Mhm.
it's been real.
It's been real.
First episode of the new year, man.
Yeah,
been-
Happy New Year's, guys. I hope this is
Have a
this is
great
God's
year.
year. This is God's year.
Every year is God's year.
Just like that post that I posted on New
Yeah.
Year's Eve.
Every year is God's year, but this year, everybody know it. Everybody share it. Everybody tell everybody about it. This year is God's year and not ours. And then every year after.
Sorry.
Is that like very like? Never mind. You just. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Kind of.
You make my brain sound like that clock. Sometimes. But like I don't mean anything bad by it. You know that sound the clock makes? Whenever you're sitting there thinking, like that's what like my brain sound feels like.
Mm.
Cause I'm like timing you and seeing when you're gonna think of something.
Saying you take forever.
Quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry.
Slow to think.
Slow to speak. Quick to listen, guys. I have to think accurately. Anyways, thank you for tuning in.
Tuning in.
Yes.
Jesus loves you.
Don't forget it.
Yeah.
Please.
Jesus loves you. Don't forget it. Come on now.
Come on now.
Bye-bye.
Pick up the cross.
Pick up your cross and
Take
follow
up-
him.
Take
Come on.
up your cross. Bye-bye.